Hello, welcome to Sculpt with Sid. My name is Sydney. I'm a barre Pilates and yoga instructor based in Toronto. And today we're going to do an arms and abs Pilates class. We're going to use my favorite prop. If you've been taking my classes, you know I'm obsessed with this little squishy ball. You can get them on Amazon. Just search Mini Stability Ball Pilates. If you don't have one, all good for today's class. And we're also going to use some weights a little bit later, so you can grab those too. I've got 3 pounds. The vibe for today is chill. I'm feeling chill. I don't have a ton of energy today, but I know I still wanted to move. So if you're feeling the same way, this class is perfect for you. We'll stay on our mats the whole time, but we'll get a little bit of energy going so that when you finish class, you'll feel better than hopefully you do right now. Okay, so we'll take it easy, move at your own pace, and we'll get started down on our backs. Lie flat on your back, plant your feet on your mat, and bring your arms out to a nice big cactus shape. So take up space on the floor, close the eyes. Take a big breath in, feel your ribs, your belly, your chest lift up. Big breath out, sigh through the mouth. Take a few breaths like that. I want you to be confident and make some noise in whatever space you're practicing in today. So big inhale. Exhale, let it go. One more like that. Inhale. Good. It usually feels nice to do those big breaths. You can keep your eyes closed, windshield wipe your knees side to side, just let them fall to one side and then the other. Maybe your head does the same thing. Look in the opposite direction as your knees. Massaging the back of your head into the mat. Good. One more time each side. And settle back through center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. You can flutter the eyes open, give yourself a nice big squeeze. Pull your thighs as close to belly as possible, and then draw really little circles with your knees in one direction a few times, and then in the other direction a few times. Good, find stillness. Right leg stays in, left leg comes long. It can melt onto your mat to start. Really just pull your thigh close to your belly. Find some space in the hips. Take a breath here. Good, one more inhale. On your exhale, start to find an ab curl. Peel head, neck, and shoulders up off your mat. Bring your nose as close to your right knee as possible. Maybe they touch. And then find energy in your left straight leg. Start to float it up off the floor to about a 45-degree angle. Keep your chest lifted. Keep pulling your thigh in towards your belly. Your core will quickly warm up here. We're going to keep the head lifted and just switch legs. So left leg comes in, pull, and switch. If it doesn't feel good for your neck to have your head lifted, you can drop it down. Just kind of keep switching legs side to side, moving with your breath. Good. We've got 4, 3, 2. You're going to pull your left knee in and hold it. Pull it in. Drop your head down. Drop your leg down. Come into wind relieving on this side. You can take a big breath here. And side out. All right, one more inhale. On your exhale, start to bring your hands behind your thigh instead. Flex your heel, bring it to the ceiling. Lengthen that left leg without locking the knee. And then let's flex both feet. Take an inhale, stretch through the hamstring. On your exhale, you're going to pull your head up again. Think nose towards knee again. It might not touch, that's fine. And then float your bottom leg up. Good, we're going to do the same thing. Take an inhale here. Exhale, switch, hands behind right thigh. Pull the knee to nose nice and close. Switch, inhale. And exhale. Keep going like that. Again, your head can definitely be down. Continue waking up the core. Amazing. We have 4, 3, 2. Pull the right leg in, hold, let the head go, let the left leg fall. Find that nice hamstring stretch on your right side. Take a big breath here. And exhale, release. Hug both knees back in towards your chest. This time, just little rock side to side. Massage back into the mat. Relax your head for a second. Good, and then plant your feet. We're gonna grab your ball. So I want you to bring the ball right in between your thighs and your hands. So start by squeezing your inner thighs in towards one another. Then lift your legs up to a tabletop. So knees are right on top of hips. Shins are parallel to your mat. Ball is gonna come in between your thighs and your hands. All you have to do is push. All right, if you don't have a ball, you can grab like a couch cushion, something squishy but firm, and then bring it in between hands and thighs, or you can just touch your thighs to your hands. But this is one of those honor system things. So when I do this with my classes in person, honestly, somebody could be like this and like chilling and I wouldn't know. And then the person beside them could be like pushing with everything they've got and they're shaking internally and they're feeling that fire build. So it's really up to you how much energy you bring to this. So I want you to use your breath, push hands into ball, thighs back into ball. and just breathe. You should feel your core continue to wake up. Because I'm tired today. I'm shaking already. So just make sure you're breathing, meeting your body wherever you are at today, and just making those really mindful decisions to take breaks or modify if things are just not feeling great today. We've got one more breath of pushing. Push, push, push. All right, relax for a second. You're gonna transfer the ball over to just your right side. So it's just touching your right hand and your right thigh. You can keep that foot planted to start. I really just want you to push. All right, push that hand down, squeeze through your right side obliques, and then lift your left leg back to tabletop. It's floating in space. The left arm is gonna reach up to the ceiling as well. On an inhale, everything on the left side reaches really long. On an exhale, everything comes back into that tabletop. Okay, so keep moving like this. Big inhale, reach long. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, in. So everything on this right side is staying pretty still. I mean, this ball is a little wobbly, so I'm kind of shaking, but try to stay still as much as possible. And then really just push. If right away you're like, I could do a little bit more than this, I want you to come up to a tabletop leg on this right side, but keep the connection between thigh, ball, and hand, and keep pushing in pretty quickly. You will notice things get spicier. Again, if you don't have the ball, it'll just look like this. Just push your hand into thigh. You've got 4 left. Pick the version that feels the best in your body. Like I said, I'm feeling a little tired, a little chilled today. So I'm gonna keep my foot down. You've got 1 more. Extend and hold. Pause right here. Can you really lengthen from left fingertips to left toes? But pull your rib cage down and in. Hold there for 4. Squeeze the ball. 3, 2, and 1. Ah, so good. Switch the ball right on over to your left side. Push down, extend left, or extend right to up to the ceiling. So find your tabletop on your right side. On an inhale, everything reaches long. On an exhale, everything comes back in. Okay, so you know what to do on side 2, but just play around with your options because this side might feel different. No matter what option you choose, I really want you to move slow. We're bringing that chill, calm energy to our mats today. It doesn't mean we won't work. It just means we're not gonna move fast. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in. One of the reasons that Pilates is so very humbling and challenging is that we move slow, so there's absolutely no room for cheating. There's no momentum. There's no throwing your body around. It is all you. It is all work. And it is all so, so, so good. You're feeling like you've got a little bit more in you. Find the tabletop leg on the left side. Keep pushing ball into thigh and hand. And whenever you meet those moments where your brain is telling you, oh my God, I've been in this for so long. I don't want to do it anymore. This is too hard, da, 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 da. Our brains are so annoying. That little voice in your head, just be nice to it, but tell it to like shush a little bit and just breathe. Come back to your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back in. We're stronger than we think, and we have no attention span, so guilty as charged here, but I love that mental challenge of Pilates to stay focused for longer than I probably naturally can. And breath is the best way to find that focus. You have 2 more. You're gonna extend and you're gonna hold. And we're gonna stay and we're gonna breathe just for 4, 3, 2, inhale and 1. Exhale, let it all go. So good. Drop your feet, release the ball for a second, and just give your legs that little windshield wipe. Awesome. Okay, you're gonna squeeze the ball in between your inner thighs. Release it from your hands. Just give the ball a nice big squeeze. We're just gonna rock up and down your spine a few times so hands can come behind thighs. Once you're up, it's probably pretty easy. I want you to slow it down. We're gonna do a few rocks up and down. Hands can stay behind thighs. Really round through your spine to bring yourself down. Legs come back to tabletop. You come on up. Using your core strength, really trying to squeeze in on the ball. You can come up to a straight spine and then repeat. Inhale on the way down. Exhale up. Good, last one. Exhale up. Beautiful. Come to a seated position. Keep your legs as they are, ball where it is. Give it a big squeeze. Arms reach forward and just lean halfway back, but try not to round your spine like we just did. Stay really, really tall. Find that lean and just squeeze. All we're gonna do is little pulses on the ball. So a little squeeze in and release. If it feels better, you can bring the feet to touch. Just so you've kind of got an anchor in the lower body. If it feels better for the upper body, come down onto your elbows like you're on a beach soaking in lots and lots of sun. Either way, your chest is super bright, your ribs are pulling in, and you're trying to find a connection between engaging your inner thighs and engaging your lower abs. Basically just that squeezing into your midline feeling. You have 8 here. Good, 4, 3, 2, squeeze and hold on 1. Take a big breath in. Exhale, come all the way back up. Release the ball for a second, take a quick forward fold. Drop your head, inhale. Exhale, roll on up. All right, you're gonna squeeze the ball in between your hands this time, and we're gonna find a full roll back. So inhale to start to round through your low back. Find that rounding sensation again. Your spine touches the floor 1 vertebrae at a time until your hands come up towards the ceiling. Pause here, give the ball a big squeeze. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to roll up. Try to do it again, 1 vertebrae at a time. Easier said than done. There's this moment where we want to do a little like, try to keep that energy nice and calm, nice and slow. Come all the way up. When you're at the top, rotate towards the right. Keep squeezing the ball. You'll feel your right obliques turn on. Ooh. And then to the left. Keep going like that. Really, really slow. Enjoy the journey down and up. So inhale to come all the way down. Exhale, when you get there, squeeze the ball. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, start to roll up. Squeeze, squeeze the ball. Rotate once each side. We're only gonna do that 1 more time. Keep your connection squeezing in. Again, if you don't have the ball, you can just move without it or find that couch cushion. Exhale to bring you up. Twist each side. Come back through center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And relax the ball on your legs. Let your head go, your hands go. Take a big breath in. Exhale, slowly come on up. All right, the ball's gonna come back in between your inner thighs for 1 more thing. We're just gonna flip on over so you're in a tabletop facing the mat. Once you get there, stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Before we do anything, connect to the floor. Press your palms down so much that your chest gets farther away from your mat. Your shoulder blades spread out. Think about your rib cage squeezing in towards center and then down towards your hips. I want you to tuck your toes under so you can push down into them. Squeeze the ball again. Feel how much energy you can find with just like focusing on it and not moving too much. Keep all this energy and then lift your knees up off the mat. Hold here. So you're hovering in your tabletop. Sometimes we call this a bear. If it doesn't feel good to be on your wrists, you can do the same thing down on your elbows. Wherever you are, just stay still. Find that floating feeling, squeeze the ball in. If you don't have a ball, no problem. Knees about hip width apart, and just hold for about 4, 3, 2, inhale on 1. Exhale, gently drop the knees down. Perfect, take a quick break. 1 breath. Then I want you to walk your hands further away from you so you can come into a full plank, and we're gonna flow it out. So lift the knees up, legs are nice and straight. You're in your high plank. Squeeze the ball in. We're not here for too long. I just want you to squeeze the ball. Walk your hands towards your feet as you pike your hips to the ceiling. Find a forward fold at the back of your mat. Drop your head, inhale. Exhale, round up to stand. Take a breath at the top, arms sweep up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Keep flowing like that. So walk back out to your plank, nice and slow. Once you get there, pause, squeeze the ball. Hold still, take a breath. Good, walk your hands back. Find your forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Last one, we'll pause down in your plank. Take a breath here. Find that pushing away from the floor feeling. Squeeze the ball for 4, 3, 2. Good, child's pose on 1. Drop the knees, ditch the ball, send the bum back. Take a breath in. On your breath out, slowly roll up to seated on your shins. You can ditch your ball for a bit, grab your weights. So I'm gonna do this next little bit on my shins. If you wanna keep working your core, come back to that half seated position so you can come back here. All right, but I'm gonna stay up on my knees. Once you're upright in your spine, hug your elbows in towards your sides, palms face the ceiling, find a 90-degree bend in your elbows. We're gonna serve the platter. So take an inhale here. Exhale, serve the platter forward. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Good, keep moving like that. Now this whole sequence can be done with really light weights or no weights at all. The work is gonna come from moving really slow, really controlled, and doing your best to stay with it, even when you really, really want to take a break. Okay, keep going there. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like if you're in that seated position. So legs can be long and you can sit upright. Bend your knees, lean back a little bit. You'll find a bit more core work the further you lean back. All right, but all the arm things I'm gonna get you to do will work in either position. Just keep moving. You got about 4 here. Fronts of your shoulders, biceps are beginning to warm up. Head 2. Next time you reach forward, just hold. Arms are gonna stay out in front. The right arm opens to the side first. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze back through center. Switch sides, left arm opens. Exhale, squeeze. We're gonna keep moving like that, super slow, side to side. Notice what happens in the torso. Sometimes we wanna lean to counteract that balance. Your shoulders over your hips. Good. You'll keep working your core to stabilize through center. Shoulder burn just builds and builds and builds, but you've got it. You're calm, you're collected, you're breathing. We're gonna do 1 more each side. Stay with me. Last time on the left. Come back through center. Bend both elbows, palms face each other. You're gonna open your arms, overhead press. Bend the elbows, squeeze back in front of you. We're not here for as long. Still want you to keep it really, really slow. If this overhead press just doesn't feel good, just do this open and close. We only have 2 more. All right, last one. You're gonna pause with your elbows bent to the side. Little tiny pulses, just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick release. Give yourself a little shimmy. Keep it out. Take 1 more breath. You're coming right back into it. Elbows are gonna start into your sides again, but this time open your palms to the sides. Palms flip to face the ceiling. On an exhale, serve the platter to the side, and then squeeze back in. All right, so really similar movement, but different direction. On the way in, I really want you to focus on squeezing and lowering with control. Like you're pulling a cable from either side in. Find that squeeze. Yeah. You could definitely still be in that half-seated position. Just 2 more. Last one, out and in. And then we're gonna reach wide and hold. Pause right here. You're gonna hug a moon with 1 arm at a time. So just reach your right arm overhead, make that moon shape, open back wide, and then switch sides. There's some things in like old school Pilates that have really funny names. Hug a moon and hug a tree are some of them. I'm sure they have different names depending on the instructor. 1 more each side. I know these weights are getting heavy and you want to put them down. Just stay with me. Last one on the left. Hold arms out, little circles, just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Take a break. Give your arms a little circle. All right, give your arms a moment. We're just gonna place the weights out in front of you. Come all the way onto your right side. Bring the ball with you. I'm gonna come down onto my right forearm. The ball's gonna come underneath my rib cage. You can kind of just like rest on it for a second. If it doesn't feel comfortable there, you don't need it. If you do have it there, I want you to take a moment, press into your right forearm, and then try to actually pull your ribs away from the ball. You don't have to leave it completely, but it's kind of a nice tool to use to really think about pulling up away from the floor. Yeah, good. And then we're gonna extend the left leg and the left arm. So on an inhale, reach, reach, reach. On an exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach long. The whole time you're trying to keep your right ribs pulling up away from the ball. This is option one. Keep moving here if this feels good in your body. If you want, you can grab the ball in your left hand, start to come into a supported side plank, and do the exact same thing on the left side. Do what feels best in your body. We're not here for too long. Either way, you're thinking about pulling your right ribs away from the floor. Okay, last 4. 3. 2. Okay, last one. Extend everything long. Just hold. Pull your hips away from the floor. Breathe for 4. 3, 2, 1. Rotate to face the floor. Come all the way onto your stomach. If stomach doesn't feel good, come into a tabletop. I'll give you a different option in a second. We're gonna keep the ball in between the hands. Bring your forehead all the way down. Let it rest. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze your inner thighs. You're gonna lift the ball up and then lift your chest up. Squeeze the ball. Take a breath. Come on down nice and slow. This time, option to also lift the legs. Everything's gonna lift up in a nice straight line. On an exhale, lift up. Doesn't have to be high, just think long. Hold for a breath, squeeze the ball. Exhale, come all the way back down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Awesome. Nice little quick interlude before we do side 2. So you can just roll onto your left side so you're facing the other way. I'm just gonna spin around. See me? Set yourself up on your left side, optional ball underneath your rib cage. You're on your left forearm, your left hip. Everything on the right side extends. Pause for a second, pull away from the ball or just lift the left ribs away from the floor. On an exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, everything reaches long. Do a few like this, see how it feels to be with hips on the floor. Good, and if you want a little bit more, you're just gonna push into your left shin, grab the ball in the right hand and find that same flow. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, everything reaches long. Own whatever option you've chosen is best for your body today. Flow with your breath. We've got 4 more here. We're gonna finish today's class in a plank. Any version of plank you want for 2. Last one, next time you extend, just hold. Hold still for 4, 3, 2. Take a quick break, drop the ball, come into any version of plank you want. If you don't want to be in a plank, you can come into that half rollback position, anything that feels like a core hold. So you can come back to that floating tabletop we did. Maybe you grab the ball again, or back down to forearms, extend the legs. Play around for a second and then find that plank you want to hold. Let's get into it and start right now. Hold nice and still. Any version of plank that you're in. Can you find space between the shoulder blades? Reduce space between ribs and hips and belly button and spine. Squeeze your bum, squeeze inner thigh. Good, find energy in lower body to keep your plank feeling a little stronger. Remember to use your breath. You got 10 more seconds, and then we'll release. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale on 1, exhale, hips back, find a child's pose. Really, really good work. And bring your legs together, reach your arms back beside your body. Tuck your chin in, take a breath. Nice and slow, roll yourself up to seated. And stay on your shins. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to thigh. You can bring your right hand to low back. Good. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. Come all the way up onto your shins. Find a really gentle camel pose. You can bring hands to low back. Gently press your hips forward. Look up. Take a big breath in. On your breath out, interlace your hands. Tuck your chin. Round your spine. Take a breath here. And come all the way up. Good. Release your grip. Let's take one last breath together, friends. Inhale, reach your arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart center. Close your eyes, tuck your chin. I want you to take a moment to pause here before you get on with the rest of your day. Let all this good energy that you built on your mat really sink in. Allow yourself to feel good about the time you've carved out in your day to do something good for your body, for your mind. Breathe and hold on to that gratitude. Exhale, release anything you don't want to take with you off your mat. Once more like that. Inhale, feel good. Exhale, release. Amazing work. Open up your eyes. Thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. Please let me know in the comments how you enjoyed class. If you have any suggestions, feedback, I'd love to hear from you. As always, subscribe so I can keep making these classes for you. I'll see you next time.